Hi, I'm Rachel LeBink for Inside Pool Extreme News. I'm here at the 2008 Super Billiards Expo with Hall of Famer, yesterday inducted, Dennis Dieckman. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. Congratulations, first off, for being inducted yesterday to the Cue Makers Hall of Fame. How long have you been making cues, building cues?
Yes, building cues. I don't make them, I build them. I first started screwing around in 1973, but I didn't get a real lathe until 1979.
Wow. And who taught you how to make cues, or is this something you just kind of investigated on your own?
I've been teaching people how to make cues for a number of years, so I've learned from my students, but I did have the honor of being in Bert Schrager's shop in like 1978 for about 4 months. And I worked on his pantograph machine, a Gorton 3U, which I have myself now, and he didn't really teach me anything, but I got to watch Bert. And Bert's still alive, and he's a wonderful old man.
Right. I mean, you had there was a lot of controversy because you were one of the first people ever to teach people how to make cues and actually have a video to show people how to make cues.
Well,
what inspired you to do that?
Idiocy. Idiocy, I guess. But yeah, I've actually made volume 1, first edition, the second edition, and 6 or 7 years ago I made the third edition of the videos. And they did get a little better as they progressed, yeah, people have told me over the years that, first of all, I was too ugly to be on camera. Okay, that was, and then I played I played really weird music. They didn't like the music I played, and they said I just shouldn't have had my face on camera. Just my hands doing something.
What is it you love so much about building cues and pool?
Well, it's the ideal combination between mental and physical activity. Okay, right. I got really nervous hands. I got a really nervous mind. Okay, and if I was like a professor or something like that, right, and I wasn't doing anything with my hands, right? But I couldn't work on the line at forwards either. Okay, right, because then I wouldn't be using my mind. So what I do with the cues, it lets me use my mind, lets me use my hands, and that makes me happy.
That sounds very similar to actually playing pool. Do you play pool yourself?
What do you want to play for? What game do you want to play? You want to play snooker? You want to play carom billiards? You want to play 9-ball?
Are you going to build me a cue first?
You want to? No, if I build you a cue, then you got a chance to beat me. If you're playing with, your cue, you got no chance, right? You want to play backgammon for $5 a point?
Right.
Monopoly? Cribbage?
I'm backing down.
Gin?
I'm backing down. I think
chess?
Experience has got me nailed here, so I'm backing down gracefully. But tell me what I could do to find the right cue for me, or an amateur at home that wants to find a cue, an extension of their arm. What do they look for in a cue?
Well, they should just pick it up and, put the ball on the spot, put the ball up here in the house, and shut their eyes, okay, and hit it and see if they can put it in the corner pocket.
So basically, if you pick it up and you feel like you gel well with the cue and it makes the ball, then it's sold.
Yeah, it's the weight is insignificant. It's the balance, okay? And most people don't know that they got 6 cues and there's one is their favorite. Right. It's because it balances at a certain point. Wow. Okay, and the others don't balance there. But you should be able to take that cue again and set up a shot, shut your eyes, and make it, okay, time after time. And if you can do that,
so it's not like in golf that you don't have specific measurements for a certain height and weight or your swing. Like in golf, you have swing speed. They measure all these different things.
I know. So, I'm a former professional golfer.
Are you really?
Would you like to see my PGA card? Hey, I can pull that out of my wallet.
Does that mean
I was a member of the PGA.
Okay, so that means I get 15 aside to make up for the backgammon.
No. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's, cues are like shoes. Okay? Everybody's got a different shoe size. Okay? So you can't, if I try to make every cue different. Right. Because maybe someone's going to find one that fits them. Okay? But if you're trying to make every cue the same, you're only you're limited to a certain population,
amount of people,
right?
right.
I mean, if I make it size 10 shoe, I can only sell it to people who got size 10s, right?
Right.
So cues are, the cue is 10% of someone's game. Everything else is between the ears.
Sounds like you have a very different, wide variety of cues, very unique. A lot of people are curious as why you still use the wooden joint in your cues.
Well, because I feel it's like a house cue. I started playing at a very young age, 5 years old, with house cues. And it wasn't until I was 23 years old that I actually got a jointed cue. And it was terrible. It had a brass insert in it, I'm sitting there, oh man, this has got a joint in it. Okay, so I personally play with the wooden jointed cues because I'm not aware of the joint. Now I'll make cues with other joints, if someone wants it, but I won't make one with a brass insert.
And why is that?
Because it's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's just terrible. I'm sorry.
You can't feel it.
I can't. I won't do that. Okay. I have strange things. I do not use ivory in my cues. I love elephants, and there's no piece of ivory that is ever. I don't care whether they call it legal or illegal or whatever, but I almost used the bad word. Every elephant. Every piece of ivory, okay, there's no dead elephant's graveyard, okay?
That's very humane,
They
Dennis.
didn't die and then, we found the ivory. That did not happen, I'm sorry. So legal, illegal ivory, it's bad karma. Okay, sorry,
I like that.
I lectured there.
So what are you planning to do with you have a lot of unfinished products as far as cues are going.
No.
Are you going to finish all this before you retire, or are you passing along to your students a lot of that?
Well, I don't know.
Cues?
I don't know what's going to happen because I'm not going to retire. Okay? I'm still going down to the shop, but Rachel, seriously, I am, because of a number of bad habits, my body tells me, I'm close to checking out of the hotel, catching the bus. Okay? Now I got students and friends that will take care of this stuff, and they'll make stuff out of it, and they'll make some money on it, and the rest of it's going to be donated to the Widows and Orphans Fund of the United States Billiard Association, the Karen organization. Okay? I mean, I've talked to 20 guys about this already.
Where can I go to find your cues, maybe on the internet, or if I'm looking, besides Super Billiards Expo, where can I find you and your cues?
Well, I got a website.
Okay.
cuemaker.com. Okay, even though I'm a cue builder, my website is cuemaker.com because that's my cousin said, make it that. Don't make it cue builder.
So that's where I can go and
That's
find
where
and
you can
check
go.
out all your different.
Right, and there's no shopping cart there. You can't use your Visa or MasterCard. Okay, there's one section, the archive, that's got several thousand pictures of not only my cues but my students' cues, and my students come from Australia, Russia, Hong Kong, okay, all over the world. And there's another section for all that I've written about how to build cues.
You were a connoisseur in actually teaching people how to do that. And I think it's great that for once they show you how to do it yourself. And you're also so great at it. We thank you so much for being on the show. And congratulations once again for being inducted yesterday. That's so awesome. He's shy. Don't be so modest.
I'm just a player.
Everybody points at you. Everybody
player.
points at you. Says he's a legend. He's a legend. You have to go hit with his cues. Dennis, once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Rachel, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Giving me the pleasure of sitting beside you.
There you go, folks. Check out cuemaker.com to see Dennis Dieckman's cues. And
That's right, Dieckman.
Dieckman. That's how the Koreans pronounce
Yeah,
it.
that's what the Koreans call me, Dieckman.
I'd like to thank you guys for joining us, and tune in more at InsidePoolMag.com for more billiard news.